What if I told you that most of what you know about getting smarter is wrong? What if the real reason you feel slow, distracted, or forgetful is not because of a lack of talent, but because the core engine of your mind was never trained properly? Today's video is different from anything you've seen before. This isn't just advice or motivation. It's a full system built from brain science, psychological conditioning, and cognitive training. You'll have real exercises, a daily schedule, and a 30-day protocol to download. But first, you need to understand why your memory behaves the way it does and how we're going to rewire it. Stay with me, because once you see how it works, you'll realize how much control you truly have over your intelligence. Let's strip it down. Working memory is not about remembering birthdays or facts from school. It's your mental workbench. It's the space where you juggle information temporarily while making decisions, solving problems, or analyzing situations. Imagine you're solving a math problem like 34 times 17. Before you even start calculating, your mind is already holding the numbers involved, the rules of multiplication, the intermediate results you need to keep track of. That is working memory in action. If you can hold more items and manipulate them accurately, you think faster, deeper, and clearer. If your working memory collapses after just a few items, you get overwhelmed, distracted, confused. This is why two people can hear the same instructions, but only one can actually execute them without asking again. Here's something you're not told often. Most tasks that look like intelligence are really just tests of how much your mind can hold and operate on at once. Problem solving, strategic thinking, even creativity, they all rely on your ability to juggle multiple mental elements without dropping them. And studies show working memory capacity correlates more strongly with real-world success than raw IQ scores. Because life isn't about solving isolated puzzles. It's about keeping multiple factors active in your mind at once and adapting in real time. When your working memory is strong, you predict situations faster, you manipulate conversations more fluidly, you absorb learning at a ridiculous speed. When it's weak, you forget what you were doing, you lose track mid-task, you hesitate under pressure. The good news? Working memory is trainable. Now let's talk about science. Your brain is built to change. This process is called neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to rewire itself in response to challenges. Every time you force your brain to hold more information under pressure, you strengthen the neural pathways responsible for memory, focus, and reasoning. Think of it like strengthening a muscle. The heavier the load you lift, the stronger the muscle becomes. The more information you hold and manipulate, the stronger your cognitive circuits become. Studies on dual N-back training showed measurable gains in working memory, and even increased IQ points after consistent practice. But it only works when the brain is pushed correctly. Enough pressure to trigger adaptation. Not so much pressure that you collapse. That's exactly why random brain games don't work. They're too easy. They don't force real adaptation. Real growth happens in the stretch zone, where you almost fail but manage to hold on. And that's where we will train you. Most memory improvement advice is passive. They tell you to sleep more, eat better, play Sudoku. Those things help, but they don't create transformation. This protocol attacks your memory from all sides. Morning sessions build encoding and visualization strength. Midday sessions force fast compression under stress. Evening sessions push recall to resist mental fatigue. We rotate the types of cognitive load so your brain can't adapt passively. It must grow. Each week, we increase difficulty, we shift strategies, we stack pressure. By the end, your brain will have rebuilt its architecture, stronger, faster, and far more resilient. Now listen carefully, because this part is critical. If you are still watching this in your background or second monitor, now it's the time to focus. This isn't just a challenge you try for fun. This is a full rebuild of your mind's processing system. This 30-day protocol is split into 3 daily sessions: morning, midday, and evening. Each session targets a different ability your mind needs. Expansion, holding and growing more information. Compression, speeding up thinking under pressure. Fatigue, resistance, recalling when your brain wants to quit. The suggested times are flexible. You can shift them around to fit your life. What matters is that the 3 sessions stay separated across the day. Spacing the sessions forces your brain to reactivate multiple times, creating stronger long-term changes. Now, let's break down each block properly so you know exactly why every part exists. In the morning, your brain is like a blank page, not empty, but free from most distractions. That's why we target expansion first. First, you'll do cognitive priming. You pick a number like 1000. Subtract 7 repeatedly. 1000, 993, 986, and so on. Now, why would we start with something so simple? Because you're forcing your brain to hold multiple steps at once. Current number, subtraction operation, preparing the next number. You're waking up your mental gears gently, activating calculation and memory simultaneously. It's like stretching before sprinting. Then you move into dual N-back training. If you've never used dual N-back before, here's the essence. You are shown a square lighting up and hear a sound. Your task is to recognize matches not from the last move, but from 2, 3, even 4 steps ago. At first, it's painful. You'll forget, get overwhelmed. But that's the point. When you stretch your mind like this daily, you're training your brain to hold multiple layers of memory at once. Not just storage, but constant comparison under pressure. This is what allows minds like Ayanokoji's to operate 3 steps ahead in real time. Then comes mental snapshot drills. Here, you pick any real-world object, a cup, a tree, even the folds in your bedsheet. You stare at it for 30 seconds, as if you had to draw it from memory later. Then close your eyes and rebuild every detail mentally. This sharpens visual encoding, the same system your brain uses to remember faces, patterns, scenes. Finally, you'll do memory palace construction. Pick a building you know well, your home, your school, a coffee shop, and mentally walk through it, placing random objects or information at specific points. Memory palaces are powerful because your spatial memory is ancient and deeply wired. By linking new information to locations your brain already trusts, you anchor facts emotionally and visually, making recall not just easier, but almost automatic. Midday. At this point, your brain has already been exposed to distractions, conversations, news, noise. Good, because now we train compression, the ability to pull information fast and under chaotic conditions. You start again with dual N-back, but this time, you aim for speed and minimal hesitation, shorter sessions, higher intensity. Why? Because in real life, you don't get slow environments. You have to react, decide, adapt with limited mental time. Speed training builds fast memory retrieval circuits. It's not about perfect accuracy. It's about maintaining clarity under time pressure. Then you'll move into digit span reversal. You'll hear a sequence of numbers, 7, 3, 9, 4, 1, and you'll have to say them backwards. 1, 4, 9, 3, 7. At first, your mind will scramble, but this reversal task is a cognitive furnace. It forces you to transform and reorder it under pressure. This is strategic memory, the kind Ayanokoji uses to rearrange possibilities mentally while people are still reacting. Next, story recall. You'll listen to a dense 2 to 3 minute clip, maybe a scientific story, a short history event, and immediately extract 10 to 15 key details, not just general ideas. Precise facts, numbers, names, timestamps. This forces your brain to separate critical from non-critical information. It's survival training for your attention. Midday block ends with your mind sharper, faster, harder. In the evening, your brain is tired, the natural enemy of good thinking, which makes it the perfect time to train fatigue mastery. First, the military method. Originally developed to train operatives who needed near-perfect memory under extreme conditions, this method is simple, but not easy. It requires complete focus, daily discipline, and patience. Here's how you do it. First, find a room you can make completely dark. No windows, no distractions, total blackout conditions. You'll need a strong lamp or bright flashlight nearby, close enough that you can turn it on and off instantly without having to move around. Then, prepare your material. Take a sheet of paper and cut out a small rectangle. This will act like a lens, allowing you to reveal only a small portion of the text you want to memorize. Now, place the paper over the material, exposing just a short paragraph or a few lines at a time. Adjust your distance so that when the light flashes, your eyes are naturally focused on just those few words. Nothing more, nothing less. Now here's the important part. Sit quietly in the darkness. Let your eyes fully adjust. Then flash the light on for just a second, absorb the words immediately, and shut the light back off. The key is to see, capture, and hold what you read without lingering or rechecking. When the memory of the paragraph starts to blur, repeat the flash process again and again until you can reconstruct the text mentally without needing the light at all. Each flash should be fast, no lingering, no second chances. It forces your brain to snapshot information instantly under time pressure. This method isn't supposed to feel easy. It's designed to harden your recall abilities beyond what most people ever practice. Just 15 to 20 minutes per night with this training, executed properly and consistently, will carve out new neural pathways of rapid memory encoding, especially under fatigue. And one final warning: if you skip a day, start over. The whole method is about cumulative momentum. Breaking the streak weakens the effect. Next, full day recall. You will reconstruct your entire day mentally. Morning drills, midday tasks, any notable events, conversations. You move hour by hour, remembering, replaying, rebuilding. This strengthens sequential memory, the ability to hold, organize, and structure experiences logically inside your mind. After that, you'll do distraction, multitask, drills. Solve light mental math, subtractions, additions, while listening to a podcast or an audiobook. Force your mind to split attention but maintain quality, because true focus isn't blocking everything out. It's working through noise without losing precision. Finally, you end with mental synthesis summaries. You compress your whole day, all training, all experiences into 7 sentences or less. Summarization is powerful because it shows what you truly internalized, not what you experienced passively. Now, if you've made it this far, you already understand something most people don't. Knowledge only becomes power when it's used, and this protocol is built for use. I've prepared the full 30-day memory training protocol file for you. It includes a daily schedule, all exercises, built-in reminders, the exact structure we just walked through, optimized, clear, and ready. To access it, just click the link in the description. There's a short redirect. It's quick, and it supports the creation of high-level content like this. No monthly fees, no hidden costs, just your attention for a few seconds. And in return, you get the full system. Since this is the type of content I usually charge for, the link won't stay up forever. It's temporary, because this isn't for everyone. Early birds get the tools, late ones may not. If you want to make sure you never miss resources like this, follow us, or else there's a high chance you will never see me again in your life.